Welcome back friends. In this video, I am going to explain 10 DAX functions for the beginners in Power BI. If you are totally new in learning Power BI, then I recommend you to watch the previous video tutorials. The link I will provide in the video description. And in this video, I am going to explain these 10 DAX functions practically. These are sum, average, count, count A, distinct count, if, related, Sumx, filter and concatenate. First of all, let's look into the sum function. The sum function in Power BI adds all the numbers in a column. To practically use the sum function, let me go here in this Power BI document. Here in the data pane, you can see there are 3 tables. Let me click on the table view, then click on the sales data table. In the sales data table, I have the information of date, item name, store and quantity sold. My requirement here is to visualize the total quantity sold. In that case, I can use the sum function because the sum function adds value in a column. For this, let me click on the report view. Then add here a card visual. Then create a measure for calculating the total of quantity. For that, click on the new measure option. In the measure equal to, put here total quantity sold equal to, then use the sum function, sum open bracket. Now here you see the description of the sum function is given, which adds all the numbers in a column. Here in this column name parameter, you have to put the column from which you want to calculate the sum. So here select this sales data quantity sold column, then close bracket and press enter. Here you see total quantity sold measure is created. You can now simply click, hold, drag and drop this measure here in the card visual. And here you see the total quantity sold is calculated, which is 1156 units. The next DAX function is the average function. The average function in Power BI is used for calculating the average or the arithmetic mean of all the numbers in a column. Let me go back to Power BI again. Click on the table view. Click on this sales data table. Suppose that you want to calculate the average of the quantity sold, then you can use the average function. For that, click on this new measure. In the measure equal to, let's put here average quantity sold equal to, then type the average function. You can click on this function name to choose, which will automatically open the bracket. Here you see the average function returns the average or the arithmetic mean of all the number in a column. In the column name parameter, select this quantity sold column of the sales data table, close bracket and press enter. Here you see the average quantity sold measure is created. Go to the report view, add here a card visual, then drag and drop this average quantity sold measure in the visual. Here you see 9.17 is the average quantity sold. Since the quantity cannot be in decimal, you can remove this digit after decimal by going to this format your visual option. Expand this call out value, and here in the value decimal places, you can make it 0. Here you see the decimals are removed. The next DAX function is the count function. Count function in Power BI counts all the values in a column excluding the Boolean values. Boolean values refers to the logical values that are true or false. Let's go to Power BI. Click on the table view, then go to this students data table. Suppose that if you want to create a visualization on how many students are there in the table, then you can use the count function. For that, click on new measure. In the measure equal to, put count of student equal to, then put the count function open bracket. In the column name parameter, select the student name column of the student data table. Close bracket and press enter. Here you see count of student measure is created. Go to the report view, then add here a card visual. Keep it over here, increase the size if you want. Then drag and drop this count of student measure in the visual. Here you see total count of the student is 8. There are 8 students. The next DAX function is the count A. Count A function in Power BI is used for counting any kind of value in a column. The difference between count and count A is the count function counts value excluding the boolean values, and the count A function counts everything. All non-empty cells will be counted. For that, let me go to the Power BI. Click on table view. Here in this status column, there are boolean values. If you want to count all the values in this column, then you can use the count A function. For that, let's create a measure by clicking on the new measure. Let's put here status count equal to, then put here count A function. Open bracket. Then select this status column of the student data table. Close bracket and press enter. The measure is created, status count. Let's go to the visual. Then create here a card visual. Drag and drop this status count. Here you see the total count is given as 7 because the count A function counted all values excluding the blank cells. The next DAX function is distinct count function. This distinct count function is used for counting the number of distinct or unique values in a column. Let me go back to Power BI. Click on the table view, then click on sales data. Suppose that if you want to visualize how many unique or distinct items are there in the item name column, then you can use the distinct count function. For that, click on new measure. In the measure equal to, put here number of unique items equal to, then use the distinct count function. This one. In the column name parameter, select the item name column of the sales data table, close bracket and press enter. Here you see number of unique items measure is created. Go to the report view, add here a card visual, then drag and drop this number of unique items measure in the visual. Here you see there are total 6 unique items in the item name column. The next DAX function is the if function. If function is a logical function which checks for whether a condition is met and returns one value if true and another value if false. Let me go back to Power BI. Click on the table view. Suppose that in this data table, I have to create here a new column that shows the quantity status is high sales if the unit sold is greater than 10 unit. Then I can use the if function. I have to check whether the quantity sold is greater than 10 or not. If the quantity sold is greater than 10, then I have to display high sales. If the quantity is less than or equal to 10 unit, then I have to display low sales. For that, I can use the if function. So to create here a new column, click on the table tools, then click on new column. In the column equal to, put the name of the column, that is quantity status equal to, then use here the if function, open bracket. In the logical test of if function, provide the logic that is the quantity sold should be greater than 10. So put here sales data tables quantity sold column, put the greater than symbol, then type 10, then put a comma. In the result if true parameter, put here double quotation, then high sales, double quotation, then put a comma. In the result if false parameter, put here double quotation, low sales, double quotation, then close bracket. Now when you press enter, here you see the quantity status is given. For the units greater than 10, high sales is displayed, and for the units less than or equal to 10, the low sales is given. The next DAX function is the related function. Related function in Power BI is used for getting the related value from another table. Let's go back to Power BI. Suppose that in this sales data table, if I have to display the selling price per unit for each item that is given here, then I can use the related function. But before using the related function, we have to check whether the relationship between table is created or not. The information of selling price per unit is available here in this item information table. Here you see The item wise selling price per unit is given here. To see the relationship, go to the data model view, and here you see the relation between these two tables is already created. If I click on this arrow, here you see the item name column of both table are connected. Now to get the information of selling price per unit here in the sales data table, we can use the related function. Let me go to the table view, click on the sales data table, go to this new column option. In the column equal to, put here selling price per unit equal to, then use the related function. Open bracket. Now in the column name parameter, select the column name where your required information is, that is the selling price per unit. So select this selling price per unit, close bracket and press enter. And here you see the selling price per unit of each item is given here. The next DAX function is the Sumx function. Sumx function in Power BI is used for calculating the sum of an expression evaluated for each row in a table. Let me go back to Power BI. Suppose that if you need to visualize the total sales revenue in the report, then you can use the Sumx function, because to calculate the sales revenue, you have to first multiply every unit with the corresponding selling price per unit. Like 8 multiplied with 650 plus 11 multiplied with 650 plus 1 multiplied with 650 plus 3 multiplied with 300 and so on. Every quantity should be multiplied with the selling price. Then the result of all multiplication has to be added to calculate the sales revenue. In that case, you can use the Sumx function. To visualize total sales revenue, let's create here a new measure by going to table tools, click on new measure. In the measure equal to, put here total sales revenue equal to, then type here Sumx function, open bracket. In the table parameter, select the sales data table, click on this, then put a comma. In the expression, we have to multiply the quantity sold with selling price per unit. For that, select the quantity sold column of the sales data table, put the multiplication symbol, then select the selling price per unit column. So put here sales, then select this selling price per unit column, close bracket, then press enter. Here you see total sales revenue measure is created. Go to the report view, add here a new card visual to display the total sales revenue. Then drag and drop this total sales revenue measure here in the card. And here you see total sales revenue is calculated, which is 5 million. So in this way we use the Sumx function. The next DAX function is the filter function. The filter function in Power BI is used to create a table that has been filtered based on a condition. Let's go back to the Power BI. Click on the table view. Suppose that from this sales data table, you want to filter the report for a specific product, that is keyboard. In that case, you can use the filter function. By applying the filter function, a new table will be created that will show the details of the keyboard only. To use the filter function, click on the table tools, then click on new table option. In the table equal to, put the name of the new table, that is sales of keyboard equal to, then use here the filter function, open bracket. In the table, select the original table, that is the sales data table, put a comma. In the filter expression, we have to put the condition for creating the new table, that is the item name column should be equal to keyboard. So put here sales, then select this item name column equal to, type double quotation, put here keyboard, double quotation, close bracket, then press enter. Here you see a new table is created which is showing the sales report for keyboard only. The next function is the concatenate function. The concatenate function in Power BI is used for joining two text string into one string. For this, let me go back to Power BI, then select this item information table, Suppose that here in this item information table, I need to create a new column by joining the item code and item name together. In that case, I can use the concatenate function. For this, let me click on this new column. In the column equal to, let me put here item code and name equal to, then use the concatenate function. In the text one parameter, select the item code column of the item information table. So put here item information, then select this item code column, put a comma. In the text 2 parameter, select the item name column of the item information table. For that, put here item, then select this item name column, close bracket and press enter. Here you see the item code and item name is joined together. So this is all about these 10 DAX functions for the beginners in Power BI. Thank you so much for watching. See you in next video.